They were swarming on it like bees over eyes. And I was into this one, yeah. There was this one young guy who was dealing out shit, and he had, I said, you're a smart guy. But he had, I wish I should have done it once. Oh. When I was leaving, I would have liked to have asked, you guys call me. Wonder what that
Way back.
5 minutes late. No, 3 minutes late.
I'm not going to break anything.
I wasn't going to. Yeah.
I am now.
Okay, right here.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
Yeah. You seen her, you're alive yet.
just barely.
All I know is that it's
Like you said, I can't say credit. That was a good read.
What are nails made of?
I know. Yeah.
All right, let's call the meeting to order and all rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first we need to approve the minutes from April 15th, 2025's meeting. We have a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion. Bruce Wyman, 209291 Galvin Avenue.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Review of financial reports. Do you have any questions? Dorothy?
How much money did we carry over at the end of last year? Because I know the books aren't closed yet.
How much money did we carry over?
What was left in, basically checking, I believe is what you're looking for, am I correct?
Pardon?
What was left in checking?
Yeah,
What was left in checking?
Yeah.
At the end of December, $53,724.27.
Repeat that.
$53,724.27.
Any other questions for the financial statement? Steve?
What was the net income for 2025?
Net income. $154,242.46.
What was the total amount of cash on hand for December 31st, 2024?
Total cash on hand. I'm sorry, what?
Total cash on hand, December 31st, 2024.
$555,325.10.
Are there any other questions? We need to approve that.
I'm sure it can't hurt.
Are there any other questions for the financial? Can we get a motion to approve? Yeah,
I'll make the motion.
Gary Franz.
Gary Franz, 116451 Birch Tree Road.
I'll second it, just because
Second from, Captain. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Establish salaries for the elected officials serving the term beginning in 2027. So this wouldn't start till next year. So does anybody have a motion? A motion to leave it the same?
What's the current salaries?
Current salaries are what?
It's in the paperwork here.
What page?
If you look at where it says where the employees, what they get paid now. It's page All right, about the middle. Yeah, it's got all the 2025 earnings of all the township's employees.
Yeah, so that's a new thing that got included. Last year, somebody had asked to see the income from every employee, so I generated that report. So the chairperson makes $1,896.77 every quarter, and supervisors make $948.38 per quarter.
You need a motion to leave it as is? Is that what you're waiting for?
Yeah, you can make that motion.
I'll make a motion to leave it as is.
And who are you?
Pete Kaiser?
Pete Kaiser. Couldn't see who was talking.
Sorry.
Can we get a second?
Bruce Weinman, 209291 Galvin Avenue, I'll second that.
How's that?
Yes.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we have a resolution. We acquired a cemetery, not by our choosing. It was dumped on us because they were gonna walk away from it. And when I talked to the attorney, he said if we can get it, to take it now, otherwise we have to in 5 years. And it would have sat there for 5 years without any maintenance or anything going on. So what we would like to do as a board is to dispose of it. So we do have a resolution that John quickly typed up because we need it for the town to approve. So can you read that, John?
Yeah, I'm putting it up on the screen. So the resolution is to direct the town board to dispose of the cemetery property under Wisconsin statutes, section 60.10 sub 2 sub E, in the best interest of the town. Whereas the town of McMillan did recently take ownership of the McMillan Memorial Gardens Cemetery, and whereas operation of said property is not in the town's best interest, and now therefore be it resolved by the town electors of McMillan, direct the town board to dispose of the cemetery property in the best interest of the town. Passed and duly adopted this 21st day of April 2026 by the town of McMillan. Oh, it says town board, so I'll have to, let me adjust that. By the town of electors of the town of McMillan, Marathon County, Wisconsin, by a majority vote of the members present and voting.
Right now, the way it sits with the cemetery, there is no perpetual care money at all. That's all gone. So it would all be put onto the taxpayers, okay, to take care of it, pay for whatever needs to be done. Right now, I know they need new locks, which we're getting replaced. There's going to have to be seals put around doors, weather stripping that needs to be put into the mausoleum, mowing for the summer, snow plowing in the winter. So do we want to take on that burden, or do we want to be able to sell it or dispose of it, give it to a church, however? Right now, there is someone that is interested in buying it. They haven't made an offer yet, but they are interested, but they have to meet certain qualifications in order to own a cemetery. So what is your desire on this one?
I think we should sell it.
Pardon?
Yeah.
I think we should sell it. It doesn't do us any good.
Okay, and if we can't get an offer, can we donate it?
Yeah.
So we need a motion to pass the resolution.
I'll make that motion.
George?
Excuse me,
Yes,
there was a question or a
Okay.
statement.
Who would we donate it to?
maybe a church,
Okay.
so
Is it a cemetery that's been there for a long time?
it's McMillan Memorial Gardens. It's been there for 25 years, roughly. So, but right now, it's the taxpayers picking up the dime because there is no perpetual care money to take care of it. So we're kind of sitting in a bad situation. It got dumped on us, and
Was it, and it wasn't associated with a church or anything like that?
nope, they actually got rid of it too. So, but then at this point, I got a call today, we might have a buyer. So if the town agrees to sell it, then, you know, I said, make an offer. And I talked to the attorney, it has to be a certain entity or LLC or church that owns a cemetery, because they have to follow all the state laws for running a cemetery, okay? So they have to be set up properly in order to do this. The guy that is going to make the offer, I don't know his name, but he already has the specifications needed at this point, that we know of. So hopefully we can get rid of it before it costs us too much. So it's up to you guys. Do you want to pass this resolution to let the board dispose of it? And
Do we have a second on the?
yeah, we did.
I didn't have a second, no.
Yeah,
I'll
Bruce
second.
Wyman seconded
Okay.
it. So is there any other discussion on this? We
Yeah,
have to
I
count
think-
the votes for this. Pardon?
I was going to say, I think that everybody needs to know that we had no choice
Exactly.
to accept it.
Yeah.
It's the law.
Yeah.
That we have to have it, whether we want it or not.
Well, I told him in pretty bad language what to do with his cemetery when he called me and told me I had to take it. And he said he was gonna lock the keys in the mausoleum and walk away. So I called the attorney and he said, if you can take it now, and you're better off instead of leaving it sit for 5 years and then try to do something with it, because we would've got it regardless. So this way, if we can dispose of it, we're better off. He,
Can I ask how large is it?
what is it, 9 acres?
9 acres.
There's 9 acres of land there, and I think 2 of it is actually set up for the cemetery, okay?
Yeah, it's right behind Book and Stationery. Pete, it's right behind Book and Stationery.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's that one over there. And there's some land that's connected to it, and I think 2 acres of that is wetland, so you're not gonna put anybody in there.
Right.
So whatever they end up, whoever buys it, whatever they end up doing with it, I don't know. Are there any more questions? Now, we have to do a head count for the vote on this one. So, all in favor, please raise your hand. Is there anybody with their hand down? There's a guy in the back corner. Oh, your hand is up too? Okay, so everybody that signed in, however many we got. 31? Okay. All opposed? We're good. All right, any other business for the town? What would you like? What do you want to discuss? Yes.
Just for Saturday, tire pickup and recycling, it's out of Memphis Trucking. Saturday, 8 a.m. till noon. And it's posted on the website. It's got a good copy posted on the website. You're eligible for 8 car tires, and then the rest will be on the website. On bigger tires, you gotta do more than 8. It's so much per tire. You can use the entrance on Bluebird Lane into the bank rent's driveway, and then exit using the west driveway to get onto Highway 10. And we need 2 volunteers to help out with it. McKellen and Todd Marshfield is responsible this year for helping stack tires and unload vehicles.
From 8 o'clock until noon. Do we have any volunteers that can step up to the plate here tonight? Anybody? That's the problem.
I know
They do use, yeah, they do use these to check people's addresses and stuff. So
And
she
you
can
can
do
even
that.
come and check addresses? Yeah?
and your
Got one.
contact person would be Deb Wilson.
Anybody? We're looking for volunteers for Saturday for the garbage, or for the tires, I'm sorry. Girl, you can go slim tires, can't you?
I'm too old for that.
That's where we're all sitting. Yeah. So, do you know of anybody, or you can ask around, have you get a hold of Dave? We'd appreciate it.
Yep.
Yes.
The other thing is, Northwest Recycling, we're rebidding the contract.
Thursday night is their meeting, right?
Right. And we contacted Harders and,
Now, are their bids gonna be in for Thursday?
no, we're
Putting them out?
putting them out.
Okay.
For the bids, and then we have, the contract is what we talked about in April. In June, we're gonna look over the proposals in June, July, and then make a decision on who gets it.
Okay. Hopefully it's cheaper than what we got.
Well, hopefully, but good luck.
I know.
It's also hopefully the same one that Spencer has.
Pardon?
It's hopefully not the same company that you found Spencer has.
Why, they having problems?
Yep.
Ah,
They
gee.
want all of their labels off of your bottles, off of everything. They want everything washed, and if it's not washed.
What company
they-
is that? What company is that?
GFL.
Okay.
And they will leave your recycling center, and then you gotta do all, I mean, it's not pretty.
Okay. Any other business want to discuss? Yes. Heidi?
I wasn't able to attend last night, but I'd like to know that as far as like last year's annual meeting, you discussed that it would be the wind, solar, and battery.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to know when you're gonna introduce the other ones, the solar and battery, since solar is
Next
coming
month.
in the next one, next month.
Yes.
And then also, what is the procedure of all the process? Can you explain the procedure of what used to take place and the correct things and the timeline of it?
Uh-huh.
Of the wind turbine. And then the last thing I'd like to say is, I've been to many meetings as far as, in the townships, the counties, in Marathon County, and it's been very respectful to one another, to the supervisor, and I really would hope that this year that we can really collaborate together. Macmillan has a bad reputation, and I really would like it if we could improve on that and just be respectful so we can move forward as a whole community.
I second that.
The process is, well, first brought to us. I have Lee working on the solar and the battery ordinances, and we'll be bringing them forward next month. Also, for solar, there will be a representative there at our meeting that wants to speak on behalf of solar, that wants to come into our town. So then we have to review the ordinances, the board approves them, and then it's 30 days before they go into effect after they're published. Okay? The ordinance that we passed last night, we passed 2 of them, is not legal. It has to be a do-over, because we cannot pass both of them. So we will be redoing that. And I believe all the supervisors got their notifications on that. So
And as a resident, can I request that that is done as a special meeting and done
you
before the
cannot
end
do
of
it at a
next week?
special meeting. It has to be at a regular board meeting and posted appropriately.
I thought we can all vote that as residents, this is, we can ask you to do a
State
special
laws.
meeting.
State law says
I
you
think,
have.
can you tell me what that state law is?
I've been told by the attorney it has to be done at a regular meeting and posted properly. That's what I've been told.
Board members, can you confirm that then, please?
Let's confirm it off the state statute.
You know what state statute that is?
So
66?
you're saying we cannot request a special meeting?
Basically, yes. We have to follow the laws. That's what we have to do.
Then can you keep it to us exactly from the attorney what statute that is, please?
I think Patty just told you,
Just
66.
too broad. You can ask the attorney that
You know
too,
which
you
one
can
it is
provide
by
that
any
to us.
chance? I'll find out from the attorney.
Thank you.
Okay. Remind me.
Sure.
Okay. So anyway, we will have to redo the adopting of the ordinance. So we'll do that at the next meeting at this point, okay? If he says we can have a special meeting, we'll call a special meeting,
All right.
okay? Is that fair enough?
That's fair enough. I
Okay.
just asked that, if you do know the procedures ahead of time, so we don't waste more time, it's already been a year.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we can get it resolved. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah,
I'd like to address the floor with a motion.
motion for what? Okay,
Make a motion. I move that the electors of the town of McMillan assembled here at the annual town meeting hereby direct the board to consider joining the intergovernmental committee formed by the townships of Dave, Brighton, Cleveland, O'Wayne, and Green Valley for the purpose of gathering and sharing information that may potentially impact the town. Along with working with Marathon County, state of Wisconsin agencies, including the Public Service Commission, regarding the Hub City Wind project. In doing so, the board shall appoint 2 people to serve on this committee. I further move that the town board place this motion on their upcoming agenda and formally establish this committee within 60 days of this date.
I second that.
We've been advised by the attorney not to do that.
That's not your opinion here. This is ours.
I understand, I'm just explaining to you that the attorney advised us against that.
So if there's a second, then we can still vote on it.
Exactly.
Your attorney. We have 500 townships that have attorneys, and they didn't have a problem.
500 townships, where do you have
500
Oh,
townships
okay. I was
that
gonna say
have
500.
attorneys,
Yeah,
and none of their attorneys told them that.
okay.
So you can discuss that
At the board meeting?
with your board meeting
Okay.
and discuss which way you're gonna go. But
Who are you?
Mike
Who are
Lane.
you?
Mike Line.
Lang?
Who was the second on that?
There was none. Oh yeah, Pete Kaiser seconded that.
Thanks.
So anyway, the information that I received, the attorney advised against it. So, any discussion? Yes.
What was the negative that the attorney said that would be?
The resolution was not specific, okay, and it's all one-sided, and the committee is supposed to be neutral. And that was the reasoning why. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. Yes.
Question, didn't you just read though that it's a fact finding? It's an information gathering, it's not a...
It doesn't say that in the resolution.
he also said he recommended not. He didn't say we couldn't. So this can be something that can be talked among the board members. The board members decide they want to go through with it. That's fine. We can talk to the attorney, get their opinions. But I would like to see this brought to the board because we need more information on this. We're sitting on the outside of this and we're not getting anything. No information. Because the other 5 townships have this meeting.
I believe those are open committee meetings though, am I correct? So you are able to go to them. They're supposed to be, they are supposed to be posted and open to the public.
But we're not part of them, is what he's saying. And since we're part of the project, he's requesting that we be contributing as a town with them.
I understand that, but to say that you can't go, yes you can. Anybody sitting here can go to those committee meetings.
I'd like a vote on it, please.
Second that?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So
Well,
you're
Jerry said,
leaving
we'll
it.
have Deb, I think Deb's gonna do that.
All opposed? Aye. So, we'll bring it to the board. That was your request, right?
Motion passed.
Yes, that was placed on the agenda so that the board can discuss it.
Okay.
Yes, fair enough.
And the committee formed within 60 days, if we can,
If the board approves it, correct?
correct.
Okay. Anything else? You wanna discuss tonight? Yeah?
I just have a discussion, as far as the JDA,
As far as what?
The JDA, the
Uh-huh.
Joint Development Agreement, if there is one, I personally do not believe it is a beneficial thing to the community. I think that it should be something that should be researched more on a third-party basis, and even the county lawyers, they were not even really familiar with JDAs. I think it's something that definitely needs to be reviewed. I think it's something that can be done in ordinances, or any other things like that. So I think it's, as far as a recommendation for our concept, my personal opinion as a resident is I would rather not do a JDA. So I just wanted to state that.
Second that one.
for a joint development agreement is, if these do go through and they get built, we can ask for money for replacing our roads. We can ask for money for permits. We could possibly, they have to have their driveways plowed. We maybe can get the contract for that, for the town to do it and get money that way. If we
That's
don't
not
have
something
that,
that can be done in an ordinance then?
no. That would be the joint development agreement. Am I correct, Dave?
Yes, it can. It can all be done in the ordinance. State gives you 3 times damages to what's done on the road by the company. You can put in all types of stipulations on these roads and what they can do, what they can't do. The PSC has that information online. You can go look at it. The PSC is also aware of the negative effects that wind turbines have on people that are close to them. Okay? So they're aware of it, but they say it's not a big enough problem where they say that they can't do it. They know that this is an issue, but we don't need the JDA for asking them to do what we want with the roads. That can be done in the ordinance. And that is strictly according to what the PSC has on their side.
I understand that, but in order for decommissioning and setting numbers and everything else,
You can also put the decommissioning in there.
we have it in the ordinance. So it is in there for the roads, it is in there for decommissioning, but we want to set certain timelines and certain prices, and
You can do that in the ordinance.
if you put that in the ordinance for 5 years down the road, the prices are gonna change.
That's why you can evaluate it every so many years.
And I believe I saw that as another township, that it would be evaluated every 5 years as far as the cost, how they would increase.
But if you don't want one, then you don't have to have a joint development agreement.
Right, you don't need a joint development.
You just let them do what they want, and that's what'll happen. That's exactly what's going to happen, regardless of what your ordinance says or not, because it has to comply with PSC 128.
So have you put in the ordinance that includes it would be increased or reviewed every 5 years for an increase?
I don't know if it's in there or not. It's 50 pages or 40 pages. I don't know.
But then I think that attorney should be present or attend one of our meetings to explain it to us.
I offered that last night to have him come to the next meeting.
So he will be at the
I
next
don't know if
meeting.
he will or not.
Okay.
I don't know if he has a previous engagement or if he doesn't, but I did request that last night. Am I correct, Dave? Yeah.
So again, that's not something we can create a special meeting for to work around his schedule, since I think the majority of residents would like to attend that.
I can ask him.
The PSC definitely states that every 5 years you can have your decommissioning restructured
Yeah.
by getting.
I mean, if you guys don't want a JDA
independent,
and the 3 or 4 people that, compared to 2,000 that we have in our township, if that's what you want, I don't see where it's better for the township, by no means. And I think if we can get the money
What are you
from,
gonna gain out of a JDA?
pardon,
What are you gonna gain out of a JDA?
getting the money
Money for what?
for the roads, for permits, for snow plowing,
That's
for,
all, you put that in the
Yeah,
ordinance.
won't the ordinance do the
That
same
all
thing
goes
for
in
that?
the ordinance. You can put in there what you want for a permit.
well,
Town of
PSC only
Marshfield-
lets you put in so much.
Town of Marshfield put in their ordinance that for solar, you're getting $25,000,
Uh-huh,
okay, for a permit.
yeah,
You can assign what you want for a permit. Well, Town of Marshfield is putting solar in.
yeah,
Their permit is $25,000.
Mhm.
The city of Marshfield didn't even freaking bat an eye.
yeah.
Okay, so you don't need a JDA for that. It's an ordinance.
Whatever it is, the board can discuss that one and we can go from there to decide if they want to or not. In my life, in my world, you don't want one, that's fine with me, that's a whole lot less work for me. Because they're gonna come in and they're gonna do what they want. Regardless if it's in your ordinance or not.
So how do you, can I ask a question? How do you hold them accountable then to the
It's an
state?
agreement.
Okay.
It's an agreement that we both have to agree to, okay? Alliant does, and so do we. And if
And
you
are-
can sit down with them, and if they come in,
My next question, are the citizens gonna be privy to that information? Are we gonna be able to review that just like this?
Yeah,
Or, okay,
you will.
that'll be done at a meeting and then,
Yeah.
Not in closed session.
It'll be brought, no, that wouldn't be in closed session,
Okay.
not for a joint
Great.
development agreement. You could have that out in open session, that wouldn't be an issue. It's just, this is what we've come up with so far, you know? And it's gonna be a time consuming thing, so I think you're better off to go with the JDA to get more for the town if these do go through than what you would be with sitting without it.
can I
Yes,
ask a question?
yeah.
But if you go with the JDA
Uh-huh.
versus the ordinances, you can't control that or set that, the citizens can't. So why would you wanna do that?
What do you mean you
That's-
can't set that?
If we go with the JDA, we have no chance whatsoever of keeping these things on.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
If we have an ordinance and we make it
Correct.
strong enough, we put enough money in there to fix our roads.
Or just make it so it's, we're
Everything
not gonna
else.
get, it's not gonna be any kind of burden on us, tax, money wise, and that they're gonna be held accountable. That's the main thing. And so
Dave, which would be the best way to go for the town? You're with the Lion.
My opinion would be that from the town's perspective financially, you're further ahead than a joint development agreement, because then you're mutually working with each other for a fair amount of fees and money. Then goal is to protect the town to get the money to be a JDA. If you have an ordinance that's considered extraordinary or otherwise excessive, it won't hold up to PSU 128.
That's benefit you, because once we sign a JDA, there's nothing we can do.
That's correct.
From doing anything.
that is correct.
And we're not about to stand by, we're not about to stand by and look at your
There are weeds.
here.
There are weeds. There's a lot of weeds.
Okay?
Everybody lives in this township and everybody has a voice,
Thank you.
okay?
So thank you for saying that, Deb. Thank you for
I mean,
saying that.
seriously.
Yeah.
Is the JDA negotiable after it's agreed upon?
I guess it would be,
But that's only if both sides want to come together to negotiate.
right.
So if one side doesn't want to negotiate, then nothing changes.
Nothing changes, then the Lion comes in and does
However,
exactly what
when
they
you go
want.
about town ordinances, then ordinance can change if the citizens want to change it.
You can amend your ordinances also. You can amend your ordinance also,
Correct.
yes.
But our ordinances can't be more stringent than what.
It can't be stricter than PSC 128. Where you might be able to get a little more leeway with the JDA for the agreement.
Does the PSC state that what the decommissioning cost is right in the PSC? I don't believe it says that.
No.
It says, I believe it said $250,000. I believe it was.
No, because it was $250,000 for Excel Energy back in 2019.
Yeah. So I mean, to have a price, you're gonna have to go with whatever the going rate is at the time, and that's where it should be stated, because everything keeps going up. You can't go by what PSC says or what your ordinance is gonna put a price in, because 10 years down the road, or 15 years down the road, if you put a price in there, at that point, that's what you're gonna go by, regardless.
But you can change that if it's in an ordinance, but you can't change it if it's a
Once it's all done,
JDA.
Right,
Your
which is for
ordinance.
about 30 to 50 years, so we're all pretty much be dead.
Yeah.
yes. So you have to look out for the people 30 to 50 years down the road. So if you put a stipulations in there that it has to increase every 2 years by a certain amount, I think you're better off.
Exactly.
And I think you would need to put it into the JDA also.
He's saying
Or not as a JDA.
I don't understand why the JDA, the agreement, when they're sitting down and
Because
talking
you
to
sign a
you.
JDA, Deb, they're coming for sure. We don't want them here.
That's
Well,
the point.
the JDA won't be passed until we know they're coming for sure. They gotta be permitted.
Once you sign a JDA.
We ain't gonna sign a JDA until they get their permits. There's no way. Why would you? They have to have their permits first before you
Right.
sign a JDA.
Well, they're pushing the county pretty hard right now for the JDA, and that's
Oh, I'm
why-
sure they are. But there's no way in hell you would sign a JDA agreement without them having their permits first.
Right.
Right, so what I'm saying is, they get their permits,
Yeah,
We don't want a JDA after they get the permit.
Well, I do personally,
Our
because I think it's
ordinance.
better for the town. I do think it's better for the town to get a JDA,
We can do
to
a
sit
lot of
down.
stuff for safety. We can put a lot of stuff in the ordinance for safety that they would have to.
And they're still gonna follow PSC 128. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Because our ordinance cannot be stricter.
128, you can put in stuff for safety because it says right in there, you can put a lot of stuff in there.
Well,
for
I'd like to
safety.
have the wells checked every 2 years. I'd like that in the JDA, that they agree to it.
You can put that in the ordinance.
We could put
Well-
that in the ordinance too.
That's all under safety.
May I make a statement?
Yes.
First I wanna say, like, I personally really appreciate, and I think most people really appreciate you having to deal with this. It needs to be said.
Yep,
That's why we voted for you,
yep.
because you, and you're qualified to do it. But my question is, don't you think it would be better for the township, or even the members, people who agree or disagree, if we were able to adjust the ordinances instead of just going along with what that their standard is?
Yeah. Well, we don't
And-
have
and-
a choice in that, because PSC sets the standards.
And then, is there a way that you can garner those opinions from everybody in an efficient enough and effective enough way that you can see the input and then be objective about it and say, well, there's 2/3 of the township wants this,
Yeah.
and they don't, but we elected you, but you don't really want to go against what the majority.
Well,
If
yeah,
you really
I-
care
I
about the
do a lot,
township, you don't, because
actually.
you're gonna wanna get elected again so you can follow through with it, right? I mean,
Do I think my chances of getting elected again are good? Hell no. Because everybody's got it in their head that I'm for these wind turbines. I never have been from day one, okay? But you still have to follow the laws.
that's true, but what we're trying to do here would give us more say-so.
Right.
And
But-
by you saying that, that perception is gonna be reality then.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Kurt Gibbs, he's for the, county, he's the
county's
chair on the
chairman.
board.
Yeah.
What he would like to do is get all the chairmen from all the townships together after they get their permits, okay, if they get them, to sit down and work on a JDA with an attorney to see what we can actually do. Then we would bring it, each one has their own JDA because each township is different. Our roads are different than the town of Dade, okay?
Right.
So we would have a different JDA than what town of Dade would have.
yeah, what that-
Sorry, but you're not hearing what we're
Yeah,
saying here.
yeah.
We do not want these here. We are
I
going to
know,
fight
I
them.
understand that.
If you give a JDA, if you sign a JDA, we're done. They're coming. They're gonna
Yeah,
do
I
this.
so
understand
that's,
what you're
that's
saying.
why the perception
Let-
is there that you're for them. Because
Yeah.
you're not giving
Yeah.
everyone a voice by doing an
Okay.
ordinance.
Let me say something here. yes.
Well, we're passing the
town
ordinance,
of-
that's what
the
you
town
wanted,
of
wasn't
Forest,
it?
Up in St. Croix County, they fought that for 8 years. They fundraised, they
Then why are
put
we
money
passing
in
an
on their
ordinance?
own. They beat the
You give them
PSC.
permission.
After they beat the PSC, the power company came back and changed some stuff, and the PSC allowed them to do it. They continued to fight them, and they won. They basically wore them up, is what they ended up doing. And their township is a heck of a lot smaller now. They have 800 people,
Yeah.
we have 2,000. It's a 6-mile square area. And if these guys here tell you they're only putting 39 windmills here, they're full of crap. Because there's enough land here to put a heck of a lot more windmills than 39 between 5 counties. They say that we're gonna have 3 here now, but once you leave them here, guess what? 5 years down the road, here comes another 39, and then another 39. The town of Forest is 6 square miles. That's what town McMillan is. 39 wind turbines. Yes, 39 wind turbines were
36
proposed
per mile.
and approved by the PSC.
What would you like me to do to fight them, to stop it? How do you stop it when the state is behind it? You tell me how we have to do that.
Let me ask you another
Yeah.
question. Is the state always gonna be behind it?
Yes.
If there's a different governor elected,
If
He
there's a
appoints
different
the-
governor
He
elected,
appoints the PSC.
right, right now there's 4 people that can stop it. You got President Trump, you got the governor, you got the Corps of Engineers, and you got PSC. That's it. Those are the ones that can stop these.
The PSC, they can't change right now because they're in power.
Yeah, right, yes, I
Up until
understand.
2030. Okay, but if we get a Republican governor,
Yeah.
they hold the assembly and they hold the state. Okay, John Soros told me the other day that they will have something passed before March.
And if you're locked into an
Okay.
agreement, into that JDA agreement,
You're gone.
yeah, then that changes and you're still stuck in it.
Well,
So
if
why
they
would
get
you wanna do
permitted,
that?
we're stuck in it.
What's that?
If they get permitted, we're stuck in it. If they get the permits by the end of the year,
No, not necessarily.
what did you want to say,
Yeah,
Jeff?
so, I'm Jeff. I think
He's our
what
new
you're-
supervisor.
I'm the new Carol Opitz, that's what I am, so. I think what you're hearing from the township is, we wanna maintain the ultimate flexibility.
Yeah.
Right, cause we don't know exactly how everything's gonna go, right? And we wanna make sure that we give ourselves options, cause hopefully none of this happens, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody will agree, but a lot of people would agree that hopefully none of this happens. We gotta make sure that we give ourselves options to continue to fight along the way.
Okay, the advice I got from the assembly, from the state, they said to delay it as much as we can on passing our ordinance. The advice I got from the attorney is to delay it as long as we possibly can, before we pass our ordinance.
So-
But everybody's hell bent on getting this passed.
Can I ask why?
The delay process, because they have to go through a process in order to, and we have time, okay? They have to notify us 90 days before they are going to apply for a permit, okay? In that 90 days, we can pass an ordinance, all right? Why wouldn't you delay it?
The reason you don't wanna delay it is because if, say you delay it too long and you run out of time in the 90 days.
Sure.
The other reason behind delaying it is you do not have as much power with the PSC if you
That's
do
bunch of BS.
an ordinance afterwards, because they look at it as whether or not,
PSC
well,
isn't gonna
you guys
look at
knew
our
about
ordinance.
this stuff for 2 years, and now all of a sudden they got these permits, and now you're doing an ordinance?
No,
No.
no, we have to have the ordinance in place before they apply, okay? They give us a 90-day notice that they are going to apply for a permit. That's how the process is. In that 90 days, we have time to pass it.
That's right, and we don't wanna wait the 90 days, because it makes it look like we're waiting way too long. We
No.
should have been on this 2 years ago. Okay?
You
I
didn't
mean,
even
and
know
that's
about
the
it
way
2
the
years
PSC
ago.
was gonna look at it as well.
I knew about it
PSC ain't
because
gonna
somebody
look at our
came and tried to
ordinance. Why
sell
would
me
they?
on it.
PSC is not going to look at our ordinance, because they don't care. They have their own rules to follow, and it's gonna be set by the state.
I think what you meant to say, Mike, is that if you take it to court, it's more in the court
Yes.
system
You're
versus
right.
the PSC.
Yeah, it's more looked upon at the courts.
Well, we can amend
I forgot to say that. The court will look at it better because you already had yourself prepared before they even
And
filed
that's fine,
for
if you, we'll
permit.
pass it, we'll pass it this next month. That's
Yeah.
not even an issue.
Okay.
That's
We can
good.
do that, but I'm just telling you what I was advised to do by the state. Yeah, Chris.
Well, I went to the meeting in Edgar, Wisconsin Farmers Union put it on.
Yeah.
And the speaker there had a chart. She had pre-application by the PSC, application, and this, and after it was all done. She said you better have your ducks in order during the pre-application period, not after they apply waiting for the permit.
They're not planning on applying until August, am I correct, Dave?
Don't know it offhand.
Pardon?
I don't know offhand.
Okay, well, that's what we've been told, is that August is when they plan on applying for a permit. So I'm guessing that in May, they will notify us that they are going to apply for a permit. That gives us 90 days to put the ordinance in place. And they can't say we haven't been proactive. It's been sitting there for how long, Dave? Long time. So we've had the ordinance. We've been sitting on it, and we've been waiting. So,
And why are we gonna
Why
leave?
was it-
why would you
was
wanna
it
give them a
not-
free pass?
When you did it last night, then it wasn't ready though.
No,
You
it
said-
wasn't, so we will be redoing it at the next meeting.
See, we have the option, we have, once we do the ordinance now and we have it in place, once they file, we have 90 days where we can go in and amend it after we see their plan.
Yeah, well, you've already
Okay.
seen it.
So that's, what you're doing is you're gonna rush everything if you do it after they file. Well, now you gotta now you gotta pass the ordinance, and now you gotta figure out, well, what could we try to do different from what they're presenting us? We don't know what they're presenting us. We don't know where they're putting these windmills. We don't know anything about this yet, for sure. Until
Well,
they
we got a
get
good
map.
idea of where they're going.
Yeah, but until
General that
Wisconsin,
area. Pardon?
Who does?
Yeah,
Well, they get passed out maps all over the place on the area where they're going.
Who did?
we did see a map. I never saw it.
that is their opinion, Deb. The state of Wisconsin has to prove it, has to approve it after they file.
Right. They have to,
So that
once
all
they
can
apply
change.
for the permit, they have a list about this long that they have to get approved. I mean, there is things that they're gonna have to go through, and then the town has to make sure they have done each and every item on there. So passing the ordinance to me is not a big deal. We've got it. It's been sitting there. We just have to do it. We can do that next month. That's before we're even notified, unless they come in May and say,
Well,
here you
yeah,
go.
let's do that, and let's get ideas on what we can do to put
You
into
tell
other
me how to
provisions.
stop it. You tell me how to stop them.
How to stop it? You
Yeah.
stop them legally.
How? How?
You get
You
an
tell me what
attorney.
to bring back to stop it, and I will do it.
How do you think the town of Forest did it? They
I don't
hired an
know.
attorney, they had fundraisers, they had the people, this is a community of 800 people, they raised $300,000 in a community of 800 people.
Have at her.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of businesses out here. Our mayor, or our former mayor, okay, we had a
Lois?
meeting with her, Lois,
Yeah.
and she is gung ho about all this stuff. She wants to talk to the
Former
doctors
mayor.
up at the hospital and the clinic, and see who she can all get on board. We want to hopefully try to get rail involved in it, because they do a lot of stuff for Marshfield. Because Lois said this is not just affecting your township, this is affecting the city of Marshfield as well. They have 6 wells
This is
in our
affecting
township.
this whole central Wisconsin. It's not just our township or the other 5 involved.
No,
It's everybody.
So don't give up.
no, you don't give up.
I just need you to tell me what you
Well,
want me to do.
The motto is if you do nothing, if you do nothing, you lose
I have been to
everything.
more frickin' meetings and Carter's got liver pills, believe it. And nobody comes up and says, this is what you need to do to stop it. The state stops everything we try to do.
We'll tell you what to do here.
I'm sure you will.
Can I ask a
Yeah.
question? So once you pass the ordinance,
Yeah,
you will be transparent with us that we can see that and.
I think half of you have seen it already, am I correct, Dave? Yeah, he passed it out to a lot of people already.
And that's what
Is
you
there
told me to
proof on
do.
that?
No, it is not what I told you to do, you were
Yes,
told
what
not
you
to.
told me to do, Madam
The
Chair.
attorney told you
said
not to.
You said you
No.
reported to me, you said share it with anybody you want.
I did not, you're a liar.
I
We were told at the board meeting, do
This is
not
why
share
people
this.
don't trust you,
Yes,
Deb.
this is why people
This is
don't
right
trust
here.
you and they don't
Yes.
like
I did not
town
tell him to share that with anybody,
Well,
because the
I
attorney
don't know why
advised
you
us
would lie
against
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
Why would
Yeah,
you
he
lie
would.
about that?
He did,
Why would she lie about it?
yeah,
Any
exactly.
Well, if
every
she's-
other supervisor be told.
If she wants to go along with
No,
it.
she doesn't want the windmills. None of us want them.
Right, but that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, but you don't understand.
You
This
can't
starts
just
at
say I'm
the,
not
Hear
going.
what she said?
this is federal level.
Here.
We were told not to share it in closed session.
You were told that.
Yes.
By the attorney.
Yes,
So stop
Yes.
talking over
What?
everybody. Jesus.
I just want to get to the bottom of it.
well, that's
I don't-
what
I
we
don't
were
get-
told, was we were not supposed, the reason that we weren't supposed to share it is if we were gonna make changes to it, then you got different drafts out there all over the place, okay? So until the final version is completely done, that's when you share it, after
How do you
it's
know who
passed,
lied?
and then
Are
the
you
public can
I-
get
Are you
involved.
saying that the whole board
How do you know who
reviewed
lied?
the,
Yeah,
Okay, good.
maybe he misunderstood.
are you saying that you had a closed session with all the board members there and you were all discussed that with the attorney? And so they were all aware of the ordinance?
We got an email from, it said, the one from Renzi, do not share this. It said right on
And
there.
you had that in a closed session meeting with
Yep.
all the board members?
Yep. Yes, we did.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
It doesn't follow the law
Mhm.
on adopting, creating, presenting, and adopting an ordinance. But if you want transparency and you want the information out there, then follow the ordinance law for a planning ordinance,
Mhm.
not an enforceable regulatory or legislative.
Yeah.
Dave's intent is he came to us and he wanted opinions on what we thought we could put in the ordinance.
And did you have anything other than
I
what we
have a
had?
whole bunch of stuff,
Well, then
yeah.
give me a list.
I can't, I showed it to Dave when we spoke with the
That
mayor.
was never brought, I've been asking and asking, what do you wanna change on this ordinance? I've been asking the board, am I correct?
Madam Chairman, I'd also asked when we're gonna get together as a board to discuss this, and it keeps
We've been in
going
closed
from 1
session a
month
couple
to the
times
next month
already,
to the
Dave.
next month.
We were in the closed session last night. 2 months ago, we were in closed session. I mean, and you come up with nothing for me. You didn't bring a list of any changes.
Well, I can tell you one change that I think we should have.
What's that?
Okay, one is, there's a big problem with these things, all right, is, this is a big snowmobile area.
Yeah?
Okay, what is, we put get these wind turbines here, what's, Alliance gonna say? Oh, no snowmobile trails on this property. They can do that because they own it, right? But we can force them to put fences around these things.
Okay.
For safety wise.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is we make this expensive.
Give me the list, Mike.
Expensive, I will. I
Okay.
have many other things that I put in there as well.
But yet nobody has brought any of
Okay.
this forward to get it
I
incorporated.
gave them to Dave, I talked to Dave about them,
Mhm.
and mutual agreement, Dave, was that get the ordinance passed, and then we will amend it,
Why don't we just get it put in place now?
okay? So that we get
I
the
need the
ordinance.
list. I need the list. And I
Because
can
you
give
have
it
to
to
do
Lee.
the ordinance anyway with Lee, right? You have to update it anyway? Because
Well,
it wasn't done
if
correctly.
you got more things that you want on there, I need the list. I can send it to the attorney and have it incorporated into our ordinance.
What's your deadline for that?
I can get it done this week, I'm sure.
Can she be provided with a list?
But I need the list.
Yeah.
I can send it to him tonight.
It's all a chicken scratch right now, but,
I don't care, as long as I can read it.
One of the concerns I had is these things are 680 feet tall. What happens when if there's a fire in one of these things from the
They're gonna let it
yellow
burn.
oils and that?
They're gonna let it burn.
Huh?
Because if they have a
You
fire.
let it burn, but we get into a dry season and we got hay out here, and all of a sudden now we have a wildfire. So we leave it burn.
Yeah.
Yep, they will take care of their own. I can't do anything
Wait,
about
a
it. We
month
do not
later?
have the equipment to
After-
do
What are you supposed to
after-
do with your hayfield?
After
when it all
houses
burns
are
out?
burned down, the trees are burned
So
down.
that's okay with you?
No, it's not okay with me.
So
I'm
that's
just
a
saying, what do you
safety
want me to do? I can't.
That's a
By
safety
fighting
hazard.
against
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
that's.
can I
It's a
jump in?
safety
Yeah.
hazard.
From a fire standpoint, and this will be a community decision if it happens, okay? If one starts on fire, Deb is correct. If it starts on fire, if there is a person that's up there working and they fall inside the fence, we were told we can't do nothing, okay? And it's illegal, and if I'm chief, I'll probably be the first one to go to jail. If there's a person laying inside the fence, I'm gonna cut the fence and I'll deal with the situation. If there is a fire, we're going to put the fire out to the best of our ability on the ground. The rest will have to burn, and we will have to deal with the situation. When I say deal with the situation, if it ever occurs that they get here, then I would hope, when I say deal with it, everybody that's here tonight would be in the courtroom. somebody will have to take the fall. It will be trespassing. It will be criminal intent. So yes, in theory, right now, and if the group can help me, I want to get up to Marathon County and talk about it, because I was told there's a speaking session coming up. The issues with these, I feel, and I'm not smart on it, we need to redirect on safety. Okay? Tornado comes through and these solar panels are here and they blow 60 of them on the road. It's now a hazardous material. In theory, I cannot touch it. What do I want to do? Take the town snowplow, push them all in the ditch. Okay? But now we just moved a hazard. We are not capable of dealing with none of this. This is the safety aspect we should be looking at. I got 2 people in our family that have had seizures. These things can cause seizures. You cannot go after seizures. It's not valid enough, and I got 2 family members. But we have to go after a safety issue. We know they're out there. I don't know how much oil these hold, but if you guys can get me this info, I mean, if they hold 100 gallons and they start on fire and the oil falls on the ground.
1,000 gallons. 800 to 1,000 gallons.
Yeah, so this is the area I feel we need to concentrate on to have half a chance. And when I say that, people that know me know where I stand. This is a public meeting, so I can only give you, to be fair, my concerns as fire chief. You want to know my personal opinion? We'll have to stand out on the road. That's how I feel it should be. That's just Kevin's opinion. But from a fire chief standpoint, I cannot protect you guys from anything. You call me up and say a windmill's on fire, all I can do is go there and protect the surroundings, and whoever's the chair, they got to know I'm going to jail, and I ain't got a leg to stand on.
And I'll try to
I want to
go with
comment
you.
on your comment you made about seizures. Now, this here was read at the town meetings, but not all of you probably were there. And you can tell your loved ones, your friends, anybody else in here. I'd like to read this to you, and this is a well-proven fact. Okay, it was covered by TV stations, news stations, the whole thing. In 2011, down in Brown County, there were a bunch of turbines put up, and these were only 300 feet tall. Okay, it came online in 2011. Okay, in 2012, the Brown County Board of Health requested an emergency aid from the state to assist families suffering from the effects of the wind farm. Okay, in January of 2013, a study of low frequency noise, which is called infrasound, showed that 3 of the houses studied had evidence of low frequency noise, but in only one home was the noise coming from outside. However, the study could not conclude the health effects experienced by the local residents were caused strictly from the wind farm. In 2014, the Brown County Health Department, and this is the health department from the county, declared the Shirley Wind Farms a human health hazard, based on the complaints of local residents, becoming the first board of health in the country to make such a declaration. In 2015, after reviewing studies and evidence, the Brown County Health Director, I can't pronounce her name, declared that there was insufficient evidence linking the wind turbines to the illnesses suffered by local residents. This decision was called into question after an open records request revealed that she, the president, had stated, "I get such migraine headaches, I think I should take some preventive Tylenol anytime I'm around the wind turbines. Migraines are frequently observed symptoms reported to the Brown County Health Department, along with insomnia, nausea." The day before the open record request was made public, the president resigned from the board. Now, I think all of you can put 2 and 2 together on what possibly happened there. So, food for thought. Think about that.
So we can get Deb a comprehensive list.
Of what you want in the ordinance, and as long as it doesn't supersede PSC 28, we're fine. If it does, we're screwed.
When you say screwed, what do you mean? Like,
Can't put it in the ordinance.
but you can, you just won't.
You can put anything safety related in that ordinance.
Yeah, it's safety.
Like I said, if it supersedes PSC 128, it won't fly.
There is nothing in there, Deb.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying, as long as it doesn't supersede.
It doesn't.
Okay,
Anything you guys can think of that would require them to do something about safety or complain about safety, we can put in the ordinance. That is the only thing that we can change from one of the PSC's guidelines.
well, the attorney will be able to go through the list and say, this can go in or that can't go in. He knows. So, yes.
No disrespect, but when you talk to the attorney, are you gonna have another town person, is it gonna be Dave or now that Jeff's on, maybe Jeff will wanna take on the role with you as the renewable energy topic of the discussions?
For what?
Instead of, right now
Is
it's
handing him a list?
No.
Jeff, you wanna come with me so I can hand him the list over
Well,
the internet?
it works nice in numbers if you and Jeff will go
Good
together
God.
to talk to the attorney, and maybe.
I'm not going up there to talk to him, I'm gonna make a phone call and I'm gonna email him the list and ask him to incorporate
So
that
then
into
he
our
could be in
ordinance.
a joint conference call with you with.
We can do that, I don't care.
Would you be okay with that, Jeff?
Yeah, glad to help.
Okay, you're the new guy on the block, you gotta learn anyway.
It really helps transparency, that's all.
Well, Leah sent us all the emails, the board has gotten all the, emails that I have received from Lee. So,
What
there
about
is
Renzi?
transparency.
Did you,
Pardon?
what about the discussions with Renzi? Have you brought them up to speed on that, or?
They
can
got
you
all
let
them
Jeff know?
too.
They have all that too?
Yeah. The ordinance that he sent us isn't even complete,
When
but
you
he
have-
told me it was the final. Ramsey did.
When you have, and I don't know, did they give this to you when you had Ramsey's ordinance and then you have Lee's whatever changes? Did they have that, like they do at Marathon County where they have the highlighted in red and strike through
We
with
got
the
both of
change,
them.
with the changes,
No,
so you can
no,
see the
no,
changes done?
No, he didn't do that.
There's actually, you should actually have three of them. Dave, did you give her the one that was written for Brighton by Ramsey? Huh?
You got the Brighton one?
No, I don't have the Brighton one.
Okay, that one there,
That was
one
for
there, I
smaller
believe-
wind turbines though.
Yes, and we legally can have two, as long as one is for a small
this-
wind farm and one is
This
for a
one
large
covers
wind
both,
farm.
large and small.
Yes, you can have one of
Okay.
each.
You don't need one of each. You have one ordinance that covers both.
Ramsey's would cover both. Are
Yeah.
you saying in the
Okay.
meantime, but you're saying you could push it through, you don't need to do the Brighton now until the Ramsey one is ready, or
You
Lee's
could
is ready?
adopt
You can't-
Brighton's right now because it's a legal
Ramsey's
document.
is not complete according to the attorney. There's no place to even sign on it. That's why we had handed it to Lee, and
So
we
last-
wanted to add a lot more to it.
So last night, I thought Lee's was ready, but now Lee's saying it's not ready, so
Lee's
what was
is
actually
ready.
approved?
Lee's is ready,
Lee's is
okay?
ready.
Ramsey's was not complete, but yet it said that that was his final, ordinance from Ramsey. That's what we were told.
Are you working with Ramsey anymore?
No. We had Lee go through it and add a bunch more to it.
If we go
But you
in-
gotta keep in mind with Ramsey, he is a defense attorney for rural insurance, okay? That's what he does. Lee works with municipal law, and he does know these ordinances, and the
So-
PSC 128. So if you want somebody to fight in court, we have to get, if you want Ramsey, we need to switch insurance companies.
That's what I was, my last question is, Ramsey was in court with the Brighton and
Yeah,
O'Plain.
because they had rural insurance. We have, I can't remember, what's the name of our insurance company?
Marshfield.
No, it isn't Marshfield. It is, it's through Marshfield Insurance
The
Agency.
insurance is how you determine your insurance.
It's Continental Western Group. The way this works is, if you have a lawsuit, the insurance company has their own group of attorneys that will fight it. Okay? That's how it works. So in order to possibly get Ramsey, we'd have to switch insurance companies to rural insurance.
So why did you start with Ramsey if this was?
That's what the board wanted.
What did you explain to the board about the insurance?
Yes, we did. Yep. Yep, it was explained to them. But they wanted Ramsey to write the ordinance. That's fine. Ramsey asked me immediately who he had for an insurance company, because otherwise it'd been conflict of interest on his part.
And he went ahead with it anyway.
And he went ahead with it anyway, because we don't have rural insurance. That's what happened. So he did write us an ordinance, and then he wanted us to send it to Lee, our local attorney, you know, the town's attorney.
It was his, he wanted to send it to me,
Yep.
not the board.
Right. Ramsey suggested we send it to Lee. He said Lee is a very good municipal attorney. He does know what he's doing. So we sent it to Lee. Lee revamped it and added in a whole lot more stuff. So that's where we're at.
Well, he added in one section. Everything else is word for word right to the T.
Well, he did. He copied a lot of it.
Yeah, he copied everything.
No, because Dave said he left some stuff out. That's what I was told.
Section 7, yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you want that thrown in there, throw it in there.
Ramsey didn't have a section 7.
And
Please, yeah.
our insurance is good till 100,000, if I'm correct.
Yeah, our insurance covers us up to 100,000 in a lawsuit. So, where rural covers you up to, what is it, 50,000? I think that's what I've been told.
Here's the thing, we don't wanna have to fight this by ourselves. That's why I talked about the intergovernmental committee, because 6 townships have a lot more power than what one does, okay? You can all fight it together. Well, if we're gonna have an ordinance from Lee and they have ordinances from Ramsey, it gets very
Well,
complicated.
what you gotta keep
If
in mind though,
everyone can
Mike,
adopt
is,
the same ordinance, it makes it a lot simpler when you go to court.
yeah, it makes it easier for them. It
Well,
makes it a whole
still-
lot easier, because with us having a different ordinance, okay? And I know they have a lot of the same stuff in theirs as what we do in ours, because I talked to Joe Brugan from
It's
Town and
identical.
Day. But, why would you give them one lawsuit when you can give them 6? Make Alliant pay for 6.
Why, what?
Why would you just give them one lawsuit and sue 6 townships instead of giving them 6 separate lawsuits? Make them pay for it. Just a
You can't
thought.
fight one lawsuit on your own. Or
Well, you're not gonna
you can't
fight it
fight
with
an
6
individual
either.
lawsuit on your own. It's pretty hard. I mean, it can be done,
Brighton did it.
but it's pretty hard.
Brighton did it.
You know?
What was
Brighton
that?
did it at a small wind scale level,
Yeah,
which is
I
a
know.
lot easier than what we're dealing
Well,
with
the
here.
town has more control with the small wind farms. We don't have that.
Right. That's why
It's just,
all the townships together can raise a lot of money together
Mhm.
and just keep pushing
And
at
then
them and
get
pushing it
for an
at them and
attorney.
pushing it at them.
the problem comes in with, you have different attorneys, because you don't go out and hire an attorney for this. Your insurance company takes care of that. They hire their own attorneys to fight it. We don't get that choice.
We can hire our own attorney to fight us in court. The town of Forest hired
Well, then you
their
wouldn't
own
be using
attorney,
your insurance.
and they paid the attorney,
Okay.
okay? We can have 6 townships paying one attorney to
Who are
fight
you
this
getting?
whole project.
Who in the world are you gonna get to do that?
I got names. Got names. They're out there.
How much is it gonna cost?
Depends on how long.
Well, they spent $300,000.
For one
what they
township?
spent. Yep.
We got 6.
We
You're
spent
saying.
$300,000. We got 6 townships. We get a lot of fundraisers, a lot of donations from businesses. I mean, that's our only choice to keep these things out of here, is to fight them till at least the first of the year. Once the first of the year comes around, we gotta get, hopefully.
I would like to stop them from getting permitted by the first of the year, because then they lose their subsidies from the government. That's what I would like. Pardon?
So how would you
Delay.
delay?
Delay as much as we possibly can. And if we can delay it to where they don't have their permits by the first of the year, they do not get the government subsidies. That's 50,000 an acre on 25,000 acres they've got signed up.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk of money.
So basically, the townships, the other townships are not gonna give them a permit. And I don't think.
The township doesn't have anything to say about giving them a permit, the state does. The state gives them the permit, we don't.
Yeah, we just have the ordinance.
Yeah. The state tells them whether, PSC gives them the permit. We don't get to do that. We don't have a say in it. That's the bad part.
So,
There is a section in
Just-
there, there's a section in there where we can charge for a permit,
Oh, we can charge for permits,
okay?
yeah,
Right? If the township don't give them a permit,
yeah,
okay, but they can apply with the PSC,
yeah. Well, the
okay?
PSC, will-
But that don't mean that they can come and do it unless the township says they can do it, okay?
oh, yeah, it does.
We're basically fighting it.
If the state gives them a
Yeah.
permit to put these wind turbines up, we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice, Mike.
You can fight it, prolong the
The process,
situation, prolong the permit, so they can't get the permit from you, from our township. They have to have a permit to proceed from us. If we don't give them a permit, they take us to
a
court, they
permit for
sue us
what?
to get
A
one.
permit for what? What's the permit for? PSC is the one that's gonna hand it out to Alliant, once they go through their process. What would we give them a permit for?
Yeah, it would be fighting a state permit versus a small
Local?
township permit,
Mhm.
local permit.
We can give them permits to go down our roads and charge them for it. But,
You don't give them a permit to go down our roads, that's what I'm getting at. You don't give them a permit. They gotta have a permit to do that. Okay, so you don't give them a permit. They take you to court, the stuff gets pushed off.
that's fine, if that's what you guys wanna do.
It all makes sense. I mean, the longer we can push them off, the more expensive we can make it for them, the better off we're gonna be, and
I would like
So
to,
if we lose in court, what happens? Who wins then? They do. We don't get nothing.
So let me
Nothing.
say,
you're right.
can I say,
well, if you try nothing, you don't get nothing.
I
Okay.
wanna say something kinda to defend Deb's position on this, everybody knows I'm against these things, I'll tell you if you wanna sit and listen to me, I'll talk till your ears fall off about it, but, she has to represent everybody, so she's representing all these other people too, so this process has to include everybody. And it's not like we have to do this with a majority, and so I think the way she's doing it is probably gonna be the most effective way. I agree with you, I would love to do that, but if she does that, then the other constituents of hers that voted for her, that she's also representing, who sold out, or whatever you wanna call them, then she also has to answer to them too, and then it comes down to what's legal, right?
It's not her decision, it's a board
It's
decision.
the township's decision, right?
Right.
So I think she
She's
said
not gonna be blamed for it.
right, but I
She's the
think she,
chairman, she can only do what
Yeah, but Pete,
basically the board tells her
that
to.
small percent you're talking about didn't give two hoots about the rest of the township when they signed the contract.
oh, I agree with
So
you
why
100%.
should we
I'm not,
give them
I'm,
percent?
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to defend her position on it. That she's not 100% the enemy of us in this, and that's where she's coming from. Because a lot of people think that. I don't know. That's why I'm
I mean,
here.
you're telling me you got a list that you want in the ordinance, this is the
Yeah, we
first
gotta
I've
give
heard
her
of
the
it.
list and give her a chance, and then we gotta follow through with the people we just elected. And that's happening right now, because Jeff just said he was gonna do that, so we have to let that process happen. And try not to villainize her because we don't know.
so give Deb whatever information or list that you
Yep.
can add to the ordinance.
Everything you can
She'll
do.
work with Jeff, talk to the attorney, and stay with our attorney because that's who covers our insurance.
Yeah,
And he will defend us in court.
yeah.
And then hopefully.
Well,
we
Lee
can
wouldn't
have
be
a-
defending
we can
us.
push on the wind ordinance, the solar ordinance, and the battery.
Okay, but Lee would not be defending us in court.
Who would
The
defend us?
insurance company hires their own
Insurance
attorneys.
company.
Yeah, that's how that works. Cause I had to ask Lee, a long time ago, would you be defending us? He says, no. He says, the insurance company has their own
So then why wouldn't
attorney.
you stay with Renzi if the insurance company's doing their job?
You tell me, why would you stay with Ramsey?
Well, because he writes a lot of the wind ordinances, more so than Lee does, and he.
No. Lee writes a lot of
Lee's
ordinances.
covers more for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lee is
Well, as
looking
long
out.
as we give it to Lee and he updates it, and he used Ramsey's as a shell, so.
Yeah, what, Gary?
Gary Franz, 116451 Birch Street Road. Get her the information. I think we beat this horse to death tonight.
This is that is minimizing what is happening here, because you might not
This
agree
is
with
huge.
it.
Yeah, it is the biggest
It
thing that's
affects
ever come to
everybody
the
in
town of
the
McMillan.
township.
It really is. Other than COVID.
This is going to affect everybody, whether you think it is or not. And you can't just blindly go into something like this.
No.
It's
But if you guys want to communicate with me, I have no problem with it. Any of you can call me. But you don't sit there and swear at me up on my porch. Got it, Mike?
He's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's
we
just
have
be
to
more
be
civil
respectful
about it.
and helpful to each other.
Get her the list, and we have to work together on this.
I'm more than willing to get it added into the ordinance. I have no problem with that. But nothing has been brought forward to do this.
So we need to do that then.
Mike, if you have a list, we can make a copy for Deb right away here.
Yeah,
I don't have a list.
okay.
I showed, I talked about it at the meeting with the mayor, and,
Give me a list.
Let's set some timelines.
Yeah.
Let's set some
Good
timelines.
idea.
Can you have it to me by the end of the week?
The end of the week or next,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
next time.
Can you have me a list by the end of the week? Okay. Well, the sooner you get it to me, the sooner I can get it in there.
everybody else can come up with something too,
What, Caroline?
you know?
I think that I'd like you to just go through what is gonna happen immediately when, this next week,
Uh-huh.
so we can, you know, I mean, we can talk about this forever,
I know.
but
What we can
let's,
do is
I
get
want
me the
to
list.
know what the thing is that's going to happen,
Yeah.
step by step, and then we're gonna let that proceed.
Okay, I need the list. That's what I need first. I'll give it to the attorney. He'll incorporate it into the ordinance. We can have a special meeting to go over that ordinance. Okay, you want it in public? We don't have to go into, we should go into closed session, but if you don't want to, we don't have to. Go through that ordinance with a fine tooth comb, and then at the next regular board meeting, we could pass it. Is that fair enough for everybody?
Yeah, that's all.
There
Okay.
you go.
Do we need that?
Kevin, you know a lot about safety, you can probably come up with.
And,
No.
and it gets posted, or where's the 30-day posting come into there?
That, after it's approved.
I would make a recommendation that you hand Deb one list, not 20 people hand Deb a list. So, from a group standpoint, if the group sits down, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, if you give her 100, we're right back to square one. But I would think if you come up with a list of
What you
top
want
10,
in.
top 20, I don't know. But then you give that one list to Deb, so if you hand it to her or email it to her, bang, as soon as she gets it, not to be mean to Deb, she don't even need to look at it. If you email it to her, I'm assuming she hits the forward thing, and it goes to Lee,
Yeah.
it makes the process quicker. But if she gets 18 pieces of paper with 40 ideas on, it'll be months.
You're not talking about that then.
Yeah, so that would be my recommendation, is just one list to Deb
That's
from
a
the
great,
group
great,
of people.
great suggestion.
You've already got a list? Does everybody know what's on this list?
We're gonna have to get together in our own time and
Correct.
do this.
Yes.
And get
So
it
it's
to me
approved
hopefully
on
by
the-
the end of the week?
It's approved possibly in the May, if
Yeah.
you've done that soon, and then the 30-day posting, and it goes into effect in June? Is that the timeline?
Yeah, it goes into effect 30 days after the board approves it.
Hold on, Deb.
No,
No, what?
that's a planning ordinance.
Okay,
Look up the code, it goes into effect the day that it's posted or published. Is there a forfeiture written in this ordinance?
I believe so.
Then it goes into effect the day it's published, you are not allowed to post it.
Okay.
Your summary.
It's gotta be published,
Your
I know that.
summary has to be published. You do
Mhm.
not have to publish the entire ordinance.
Yeah. I think you already sent a summary to Lee. Yeah.
Okay, so it's approved by the board, it gets published, and then that's the 30 days published, and then it goes
No.
into effect?
It goes into effect.
It's in effect the date of publication. but it has to be published in the town newspaper, which we have one. So
The town
if you go into
newspaper is
Marshfield News
Marshfield,
Herald.
that's the only one we got.
I'm sorry?
Not very many, I don't think there's very many people that gets the Marshfield News Herald, but.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, as long as you have the,
As long as it's.
as long as you have the publication, you can then post it to your website. You can put it in the 3 posting places, and you can also have it available for inspection to the clerk's office. And all that information can be put out in the publication. The publication, in order to save money, because a border review publication costs the township $150 every year, if not more. You put in the summary of the ordinance, but if there's a forfeiture, you are not allowed as a township to post it in your 3 posting places. It's gotta be published in a
It
newspaper.
has to be published, that I do know.
So the date it's published.
It's the date that it's published, as long as the affidavit and everything else is kept on file. So John's gotta create an affidavit saying he sent it in, and then he'll get, when he gets the bill from the News Herald for the publication, he'll get an affidavit of the notification, and that'll have the publication date. So that date on that summary is the date that your ordinance goes into effect. Typically, it goes whatever, Fridays, Thursdays, or I think their legal day might be Wednesday, unless it's changed.
So the board approves it first, then we send it in for publication, and then we go from there. Correct?
And your effective date is the date of the publication.
Right.
So that's just the summary of the ordinance, and I think you said you already covered it.
I think you wrote the summary, am I correct?
Like I
Ryan?
said,
I'm sorry, what?
put
The
it up,
summary of the ordinance you already sent to Lee of what it's going to be?
Yeah.
put it up for, at your posting places, put it on your website.
Yeah.
To download it,
Yeah,
and you're covered, but it saves you money in the long run.
yeah. Yes.
I'm sorry. Gosh, lots of questions. So, switching to solar, I believe, and maybe this is something you could verify, but I believe that the Clark County had put in a moratorium to verify and get all the information for solar. Is that something that the McMillan would be interested in doing also?
Good look at it. So I can ask the attorney about that, if we can do a moratorium. I know we can't do a moratorium on the large wind farms,
Right.
but I can check on the solar.
So that's,
Taking notes, Jeff?
The one tomorrow.
All right.
Moratorium, solar farm, don't forget. What else you got?
Moving on.
Huh?
Moving on.
We're almost there. Yeah, Gary.
I got one on garbage pickup. I know people have been complaining they don't get it out early enough in the morning. And I've been told they don't come any earlier than 6 o'clock. Is that correct?
You're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to, exactly. 'Cause I got an old dog that gets me up sometimes. And I've had them come by, both recycling and regular garbage, before 6:15. And I know I'm not their first stop.
The only thing is, if you do read your stuff from our company that picks up our garbage, they say put it out the night before.
But when it's windy, you don't wanna put your garbage out because
Then
you know
don't
where
put
it
it out
ends
that
up.
week. I mean, that's what that's in our contract. It says put it out the night
I know.
before.
Yeah.
But if
supposed
it's
to
windy,
have it
I
out
don't
like
put mine
5:30
out, I'll
in the
get
morning.
up in the morning and put it
Correct.
out.
Gary, I've talked to Chad a number
Didn't
of
get up at
times.
5.
The other thing in regards to that is recycling. Shut the darn top of the truck, because I've picked up stuff I've recycled, found a half mile down the road, because we're on a dead end road. He comes to the end, he goes back west. When I throw it in the recycling bin, I pick up again in the road. But
I know.
I beat that horse to death too.
And I know, we've never had as much garbage and recycling shit in the ditches since they went to them big containers. And I know, some of my neighbors I see, it's like, don't you put your garbage in a bag? They throw it in the container.
And that's it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I ask a quick question, Deb?
yeah,
Can we get the list to you by 5 o'clock on Monday? Would that be okay?
that's fine, whenever you get it to me.
All right, thank you.
I do have another announcement before we set next year's date. We did get the grant for St. Joe's, for those of you who did not hear, $692,000. I will take it out of $1 million grant, or $1 million job. So we will be, hopefully the board will accept that grant. and they'd be foolish not to, so we got another one, so it's a good thing. We did get denied on the first round for Drake, but we will be reapplying for that one. We have not heard about Riverside yet, or about Ash. I'm guessing we're gonna get Ash, that's that county one that we get, and I think it's like every 2 years. So we'll hopefully get that one. And, hopefully we'll get Riverside too, so we'll just keep applying.
How much was the total for St. Joe's to
Million,
1 million?
we got 692,000.
That's almost
692, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was right under 700,000.
Is my road done through grants or is that just done through board approval?
That's just board approval. We'll get there.
Thank you for plowing it today, or grading
Yes,
it.
yes,
Whoever did it.
God, it was nice.
He got out to grade
My
it.
teeth stayed in my mouth.
What's that?
My teeth stayed in my mouth.
Why, he graded your road?
They graded
Before
my
he
road.
graded it,
Oh,
they kept mowing.
yeah. Well, all the roads are bad, yours isn't the only one, so just, and what they're doing is starting from the worst and going from there. And we got 19 miles of gravel, so it's gonna take a little bit. We'll
What's the
get there.
proposal for Galvin? When is the estimated timeline of that? Just
Well,
curious.
this is supposed to hold up for about 5 years, but we just put
Down
on
by
it.
the river and also that direction?
Down by the river. Maybe
Galvin
on
going
sea.
to sea.
We haven't even looked at that yet.
I thought that was supposed to be done.
What?
Because it hasn't been done in decades, I thought it was going
That's-
to be done in the next couple of years, is what I'm thinking. It's never been looked at?
For beyond sea, you're talking?
No,
Galvin?
between
The
here
sea and,
and sea.
okay.
Yeah,
We just put chip seal on it this last year,
right?
so that's supposed to last 5 to 7 years. Am I correct? Yes. So,
Okay. I was just curious, what was the
Yeah.
timeline?
hopefully, by then, we'll maybe get a grant, but,
I have one concern about,
We got a bridge that's almost to the end of its life.
right,
also.
the bridge will have to be replaced before we go and do the road. So when the county said, and we don't get to say when the bridge gets done, the county tells us when that's gonna happen. So once we get the bridge done, then we can, get the road done. Hopefully that all works, yes.
I got one question about stat, and I know they're gonna cut that hill down.
Yeah,
So there's gonna be a lot of excavating down there.
yeah,
I've seen what excavating does to blacktop when it's excavated and blacktop put right back down without anything settled. Are we able to hold them accountable so that the following spring, that this doggone road doesn't heave up, crack, sink in? Because all that disturbed ground
yeah.
does not pack in.
Well,
very
we're hoping that they will be at the process when Balloon Fest starts, okay? That they'll have the gravel on it to where we can run it, okay, that they can drive on it, alright? If we can get that many vehicles on it to get that packed down, it'll make a big difference, alright?
Well, we can hope, I guess, you know?
Oh, okay. When?
Just came in now.
Just now?
here. Basically, the stop road situation was
Oh.
the straw that broke the camel's back.
Well, we just got notification that the Balloon Fest is being moved to another location. Just now.
Another township?
I don't know.
They didn't say.
They didn't say.
Yeah. Just got
Everybody
moved.
that was on the email list, so all the board, fire department, the
Police.
police, the sheriff's office, and, Fowler, right? Who was sitting?
John.
John Fowler and, Nancy and Steve Moore. Everybody's on the list. I think Carolyn, you're still on that list. Jeff, are you?
You got me, you got me, guys.
So, yeah.
Everybody just got notified?
It just came through, and
Oh.
it was sent to everybody.
Okay.
So did they tell you where they're
Does it
moving
say
it?
where
They
they
did not
moved
give
to?
a new location, but they said they were unable to work with the county to get the assembly permit that's in effect.
That's why I got the phone call this morning.
Really?
I'm sorry,
We just got a copy in from the last meeting.
Your point.
with that, right, Brian Hoffman sent that out with the
Yeah,
ordinance.
assembly and who's in charge and all of that.
Yep.
So the county wasn't giving him the permit.
According to the county ordinance, that permit needs to be applied for 40 days prior to the event, so they have 10 days to review and then 30 days once it's reviewed. But Nancy's email said that the county wasn't, they weren't gonna pursue the county permit.
Oh, okay.
They're just moving the event to another location that's not specified.
Yeah.
Check that off the list. That's
Oh, thank God.
One
One less headache. Yes. Which means your fire department will not get paid for last year yet.
We're over it.
Yeah. Or, well, that's a good thing. So now, any other questions or any other comments or anything else you want done? Okay, now we need to set next year's meeting date. It's normally the third Tuesday of April. So we need a motion to set the date,
so moved.
which will be what date, John?
April 19th, 2027.
Okay, did we get a second on that?
I second it.
Dorothy seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we have some announcements. We got Board of Review. Open book is May 6th, from 5 to 7 at the Town Hall. And Board of Review is May 13th from 5 to 7 at the Town Hall. So do you have any other questions? Can we get a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Casey and Gary. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And thank you for coming to the meeting, and I will see my list soon. Yes, Donna?
I was looking at the calendar, the Monday,
Okay, you wanna walk the line?
Tuesday, the 20th.
Rob, can you help Kurt load up the
20th is a Tuesday?
Tuesday,
Do
the
we,
20th.
do we have to amend that right away, since it was voted on?
I think he just agreed to the third Tuesday of April.
Third
okay.
Tuesday.
Yeah. So the motion was made for the third Tuesday of April.
Yeah, well, he thought it was.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Got it.
We got it. Thank you for coming.
I didn't sign in. Hey, thanks for everything you guys do for these. I really